Well, what is life insurance and who needs it? Well, Molly O'Daniel Cron is the president of Lancaster Insurance, and she's here with answers to those questions and more. It's always good to see you.
It's always great to see you, too.
Well, this is an important topic, and it is confusing for most of us if we haven't, like, stepped into those moving waters of life insurance. So who needs life insurance?
Yes, I remember, well, I am a young adult, but when I was even younger, people started targeting me saying, now is the time to buy life insurance. And I always just kind of thought it was a sales gimmick. But it is true. The best time to buy life insurance is when you're young and healthy. And, you know, I think a lot of us are starting families my age. So that's a really good time to think about it as you're adding children onto your family. It's for anyone who depends on you financially, or if you depend on anyone financially. So whether you're a one-income household or a double-income household, it's important to discuss, you know, your succession plans, your estate plans. It's always important to think about those things.
And is that kind of in partnership or in lockstep with estate planning and maybe like in my age group and younger and older, but like preparing a will and, you know, the advanced directives, all of those kinds of things are a big part of that. But you're saying life insurance is important for young families as well.
Yes, it is. It is. And so as you're coming up with the amount that you think you may want to leave your children, should something happen, one thing to think about is that policy will pay right out unless you get with an estate planner and kind of form a little bit of a plan behind that. So a lot of people don't want their 18-year-old getting a large sum of money. They'd rather say, sure, you know, this amount needs to be used towards college, or this amount needs to be used towards a home, or, you know, paying something off. So
yeah, and so you can, what you're saying, you can designate all of that. Well, what if I'm a business owner? Do I need life insurance for my business as well?
Yeah, so that's an important topic as well. A lot of businesses have a key person. Having a life insurance policy on your key person is a really good idea. Or if you have a business partner and should something happen to you, you want your spouse to take over that business, leave a life insurance policy so that your spouse can pay off your portion of the business.
Well, what other eventualities do we need if we privately need life insurance, if we do it for a business, anything else that requires it or should?
Yes, that's another great question. So I think it gets a little overwhelming for some people, and they say, you know, I think everyone has, you know, money's tight right now, and for a lot of people, they just want to leave expenses for their funeral. That can be a really small, really affordable policy that just, you know, allows your family to plan and have a little less stress around that time.
Well, and it's so important to make those plans ahead of time because people are grieving and upset and maybe even in shock. It's hard, you know, you can't make good decisions when you're in that state of mind.
It is such a tough subject, and that's why they say life insurance is love insurance. It's
I like that.
Looking out for your loved ones should something happen.
So is this one conversation with the client, or is it several conversations to get you the policy and all of the, I guess, riders, if you will, that go with that?
A lot of times it's multiple conversations. I appreciate you bringing that up because it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
And yeah, so it's important to have those conversations and find what fits your needs.
Well, if you're as young as you are, and let's say you've done your policy now, but when you're 70, 80, things have changed. Maybe you've amassed more wealth. Do you come in and change that policy as you go? Okay.
Yes, I do recommend changing it as you go. Anytime you go through a life change, you should be thinking about that policy. Buying a house, having a child. Another unfortunate topic to discuss, but divorce, you know,
it happens.
Oftentimes, yes, you have that previous spouse on there and it will pay out to whoever is on that policy.
So changes need to be made, and that's why you follow up. So just call you, make an appointment if they're ready to do this?
Absolutely.
All right. Lancaster's easy to find. Thanks, Molly.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Stick around.